Welcome everyone to our Super Bowl watch party. We've got a fantastic game tonight between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, that's what I'm watching too, except not. But that's okay. It looks about right though, right? Yeah,
That's close enough. Yeah, this is peak cameras right here. Yeah, in all seriousness, we're here for the Sunday Slapdash.
The more entertaining thing that you'll be seeing.
The more entertaining thing to be shown tonight. I am Andrew Dave. Joining me in the booth is our restreamer Scarlet Kitty, our tracker Xenocat, and my co-commentator Deathlike. How are you doing tonight?
Well, I could be watching this other thing, but I like to actually be able to commentate on something I enjoy too. So this is better for right now. So the flags. There's a lot of flags.
There are. Our two runners tonight, Saradin and Harumph, will have to deal with four objectives. Three of them boss hunts, which is just hilarious with push B to jump being active.
Yeah, and we don't get to do some funny business because cursed rings are not available. So we better find our anchor quickly. I guess we're not using C Hero, so we can probably use Edward, but then we can't. I mean, it's too early to be, and I guess we get a vanilla king.
Yes, some of the jokes we got here in this flag set. Everything in shops is free, and we have a dupe glitch.
Yeah, well, at least we're gonna see the treasury early. I mean, I like early treasure. I mean, this is good. It's a good time. It's free. Except we also get junk, which usually they are automatically converted to money, but this time the wonderful pieces of equipment like shadow helmets, leather hats, those are available for everyone to summon the inventory boss, which is probably going to be everyone's favorite inventory boss.
Well, on the bright side, the treasury I don't believe gives you much in the way of junk.
Oh, it's pro. Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
And we have some divergence already. Harumph looking to see who the characters are. Free characters are on.
Oh, well, that's a good free character. I'll say that's an immediate yes. Oh, it's another yes.
That's a matching pair of normally restricted characters.
I mean, when you start with the lemon, at least if you get some limes for your lemonade, it's cool too.
Saradin checking out bosses immediately.
Never too early, except that was completely vanilla.
Yes, and that's an important bit of vanilla. No free boss or no free key item is on, so that demist could hold a key item.
Well, I mean, we're not in a rush we're not too much in a rush, at least not yet. We'll be back. There's no worries there. Let's see, what else is there? We got a lot of glitches enabled, which is actually pretty cool. Warp glitches available, so we can do some fun stuff, trying to go after doing the Dwarf Castle event. We can just warp back into it, because especially when having a foo, we should take advantage of that.
Looks like Saradin's going to show us what's in the treasury.
It's Gungnir Spear and 2 ninja robes out of 10.
That Gungnir Spear is very important for our runners early.
Yeah, it's a solid cane weapon. I mean,
it's better than that. That is 255 Gungnir darts.
Oh, it's 255. That's all. Oh, we
The dupe glitch is on, and we have a cane, so we can dupe that Gungnir.
Lovely. It's all free money, but though I'm thinking it's free. No, shops are not free. Oh, no, we are free, right? No, they're free. So, we don't need the money.
No, we don't. But with pro shops, you're not going to find anything better to dart in shops than that.
I guess when we get hook access, maybe that will change a little bit.
I don't think there's anything tier 4 that's a better dart than the Gungnir.
Well, I mean, you know, we're not throwing the money away. I guess we're throwing, you know, really useful items. But we haven't really I'm wondering if we're gonna be clever and try to skip harp. We'll see. We'll still have to. But I think it probably may be worthwhile saving outside. Well, that's definitely not a key item. But since we're doing a boss hunt, will probably may want to just save outside and then come back.
It's an objective anyway. You may as well keep it.
Well, we're not coming back. Oh well. At least not for a while. Maybe that will change.
Then Harumph showing us with push me to jump, you can simply jump over the Dark Elf and claim the crystal behind him.
Yeah, that's specific to that objective, which is kind of cute. What is this? Is this even?
Scala? Are you trying to take that as his crown?
Well, I mean, I had ice cream, and there was quite a bit of vanilla, so I'm satisfied with all this vanilla. It's good, and Harumph is taking his turn around the treasury.
Yeah, there was good stuff in there. There was Ninja Shirts, Zeus Gauntlets. There's Catclaw for the Yang coming up. Most importantly, I think, is the Gungnir for darting.
Yeah, I think at the earliest, I think we're going to try to heat the Edward, or maybe at least if we get another character. We don't necessarily need a black mage, but I mean, we already have we have a Fu available, so yeah, I think we're pretty much settled, right, for characters. This is in doing we're gonna do some fun stuff with push B to jump more, shenanigans, avoiding specific tiles that trigger boss fights, and those are, best demonstrated on ordeals, but this is just as good a place.
That said, I believe our runners will want to at least peek the boss first.
Yeah.
Because we are on 3 boss hunts.
Oh, we do. We're not doing vanilla Fu, so we need to actually. It's a little contradictory, but while we push me jump there's a temptation to not fight, but we have a Fu, and we do kind of need to get some boss fights in to, make him the best Fu that a mop can be.
Harumph showing us you can just dart your way through fights.
Hey, you got so many. It's free. I mean, who can say no to free darts? Lots. It's a popular dart that people like is the Drain Spear, because all darts care about is the raw attack power, and that's what drives the damage. It's level times attack power with some randomization. Oh, and it's our favorite bird.
Hopefully kill quickly. Witchburn is not on, so this is going to tickle.
You have to have enough levels to evade one small multiplier, and if you don't, well, you're just going to have to take it like a champ, and well, that didn't go well.
We have yet more vanilla.
At this point, you can. It's today's the big game. It's just, you might as well use ice cream.
Even Scala, please.
Well, characters we don't really need a Zot, though we still need to check what the boss is, and maybe I don't. Do we have dupe characters? I don't.
No dupes is on.
All right, so that let's hope this is a fun spot, right?
We do see the. Okay, I was waiting for that to be Valvalis.
Who doesn't? Okay, so we're gonna try to do we're not gonna do life locking, but straight up dual Starveil. So the simple trick is that you start, since you can't really target wall, especially because we probably don't have natural access to it from Fu. We're just gonna well, that didn't go well because Fu is taking a nap. But you self-reflect the same item twice to get the reflect onto the boss.
We did see Saradin dupe a big old stack of Gungnir's. Took a quick random encounter.
Yeah, sometimes like for the dupe glitch, even if it's not for getting lots of money, which doesn't matter in this seed, it's convenient. We want the Burman, and he just happens to be here. Well,
this also means that if Excalibur show up, we can dupe a big stack of Excals.
Yes. One of the ironic things is I don't think when life is being reflected, it doesn't actually target the dead. So, which is kind of the irony. It's kind of ironic how that works out. So you actually have to manually revive your characters. It's amazing what certain spells when they reflect, like nuke, they disappear into the dead people. But when it's like life, no, it doesn't work.
I believe it's that reflect can't target downed units.
It can, but I think life 1 is I think a special case. You can't. It's not going to target. It actually does target down. Like, if you've done like evil mask fights, when Kane is in the air. Oh wait, that's a different issue. That's life. That's a different.
That's not.
Yeah, that's different.
That's not a down character. That's a character that's just off in the ether.
Well, this is a surprise visit. Why are you here? You're supposed to be on the moon.
Antlion has decided to sneak up on Yeah, no one expects an Antlion down here, so Antlion tried to be sneaky, come from behind.
Yeah. Well, this time we actually need these boss hunts. We need outside of the boss hunts, we do need a power Fu. So this is a great place to get Fu online a little bit, at least quicker.
Agreed. Take some easy boss fights, even if they're not your objective. Fu likes just boss kills in general.
It's kind of like what was that guy from Mortal Kombat? Shang Tsung, when he's just, your soul is mine, and Fu from all these boss kills, well, he becomes more powerful. So
just a defense sword from Zot.
It's Kane's best weapon, so not the worst.
Also, another valid choice for duping. Harumph has not duped a stack of darts yet.
Well, we just got the spoon on Saradin's screen, but we don't have the spoon flag out, so we can't dupe the best dart ever. So, and Eddie's already been yeeted, so it wouldn't make a difference anyways.
So if I'm on Harumph's side fighting this, I would be darting with Edge and set up the dupe glitch with Kane mid-fight.
Yeah.
So you don't have to take an extra, and that appears to be exactly what he's doing.
Say some Leviathan.
Never mind.
Oh wait. Let's see. We have the dupe glitch. I'm just looking at it. It's gonna be a fun look-see, and Edward takes a nap because Ice 2 is pretty strong.
This spot doesn't have the most multipliers, but Eddie doesn't have the most HP.
Yeah. I mean, there are worse spots, but this is not too hard. This is Baron, the King spot, right? We skipped past the Baigan spot.
That's correct. You can just hop into her. You can just jump directly into Baron Castle and take the King spot to complete Baron.
Well, did Harumph pick up a Rosa? Well, I guess we get a Rosa.
Harumph did now.
Well, probably this is probably one target. Oh, we don't want the monk. Okay, it's fine.
That monk is gone forever.
Bye, Yang. Although we could find him on Mount. I don't think Rump went to Mount Hobbs yet to find the dupe Yang. So no,
That's
unless we.
a good point. However, the C buy flag is on, so there will be no getting characters back once you dismiss them.
But they're still in the spots. If you can, if they're in the place, but once you've gotten the prompt and yeeted them, they're gone. Make sure when you have C buy, you may was it permajoin? This is permajoin.
Oh.
No, it's not permajoin. It's buy. Yeah.
Yeah, C buy. Please eat responsibly.
I mean, I would be on the top tier. On the top list of eating Edward. You don't have the spoon. You're not. I mean, I guess you could be the.
Harump might be thinking of using Edward as an anchor.
There's always that.
Again, with buy on, you can't just leave someone at the Tower of Wishes to use it as an anchor later.
I mean, Hobbs would be like one of the ideal places to just keep a character for anchoring. I mean, but he hasn't checked yet, so probably would be worth knowing. So just in case, you might actually need that anchor.
Now the problem with this is we know the Hobbs character is Yang, and the no dupes flag is on.
Hey, it's not a package. What is this even? Is this even? What? How much vanilla is in this seed? This is so.
For a second, I didn't lie here.
I think we've at what 5, 6, 7 scoops. I've almost lost count.
I'm getting a stomachache from all this vanilla.
I mean, I like vanilla. This is. I mean, can we have some Neapolitan or something? I'm dying for more flavors.
So, since the no dupes flag is on, any Yang that's picked up later will have the same stats as the one that got yeeted. So that one on our deals still already has those levels, or the one on Hobbs.
That's good to know. I mean, assume it's because of the dupe flag, right? So
yes, that's correct. That's a function of no dupes.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not the worst thing, but that's also consideration if maybe for the purposes of a slingshot that might be a problem. So, but we're not.
Interesting, Saradin choosing to take the Vigan spot, the Ren spot Ruby, probably again to power up the Fu further.
Yeah, it's also free information too. I mean, what bosses you fight determines that they're not in the pool they're not going to show up elsewhere. I mean, we haven't had at least we don't have flags for we have dupe bosses, so at least that's a good thing. Maybe in the future that might change. Who knows? It's good. It's good knowledge, especially given that there will only be one boss out of the pool, but everyone is on the table. So
that's correct. Xenocat, you need to add one to that vanilla list. It's Golbez at Dwarf 2.
Yeah. They could. I mean, this could be just our Scooper Bowl. Although this has actually been used elsewhere because it actually exists. Which is it's a cool thing.
Saradin taking on the Leviathan, and Harump is retracing, getting the spoon, and taking on the Officer Soldier.
There's a fun fact about Leviathan. So, as part of the big wave, the Leviathan changes direction as a visual. If there's no other characters and or they're all dead and there's a Kane and he jumps, I don't believe the visual is performed or the big wave. It's skipped.
Interesting.
It's kind of
that's similar to how Dark Knight Cecil will not do his Dark Wave if the only character remaining is a hidden Edward.
Yeah. Jump and hide can cause some interesting effects from certain boss scripts. It's kind of cool, kind of buggy, but the interaction is not something you'd expect anyways. But it's cool. We're gonna find what's in the barren pot. It's a.
We already know it's down there. It's a pass. Harumph already completed. Harumph got his pass from completing Baron.
Okay. Well, then there's just so much going on with this seed, especially with push B to jump. It's basically breaking the game. Not really, but it's. I mean, there have been some interesting interactions with push B to jump.
Harumph looking to set up the dupe glitch here. It appears. Probably going to make a stack of defense swords.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the best. It's the best, essentially tossable item so far. So It's definitely worth the time to do it. I think the only. I mean, Excel is the best one since we have a Cecil available. So that would be usually top priority.
That was the make one copy, not make a big stack of dupe glitches. To do the big stack, you need to go to the second empty slot in your inventory, select the item, then select it again, go back down, or select the other hand, go down, go to slot you picked the first time, and run. Much as Harumph just demonstrated.
Yeah, it's an artifact of underflow, which is it's different from overflow, where a number spills all the way back to like 0. Underflow is the opposite, where you have 0 and then magically that gets decremented and becomes the biggest number possible.
And Harumph glitched the wrong hand here. Oops. So that wherever that boot 5 symbol is, wherever the hat 5 symbol needs to be on the right hand when you do the glitch.
Well, you live and you learn.
Well, if Harumph finds a shield, Harumph will have 255 shields.
We could just buy a shield. Oh wait, but that'd be worth nothing.
Saradin going back to take revenge on the bird. That wyvern is not a superb owl. It's in fact kind of a jerk owl.
I'm surprised we're going underground, especially with Harumph this early. I mean, you have the magma key. You get some access that you probably do want. I mean, but it's something. It's okay.
And we got Saradin finding an adamant rock.
Yeah, but it's not a sand root that the antline supposedly lays. It's adamant. It just poops adamant.
Yeah, wait. Is that sort of like Nibbler?
No comment. I don't know. You don't really know what the antline normally the antline spot has what they consume, but yeah, it's probably high in iron or something.
So we don't have any sort of smith modifications on, so forging will get an Excalibur if either of our runners want to simply make Edge's best available dart.
I mean, if it happens, it happens. If we find the other piece, the Legend Sword, yeah, why not? I mean, Edge, you get your Edge early. Even if you don't get his best weapons, best thing to do is toss all the things. Oh, there's a nice hook, but had not found the magma key, so maybe might actually see what's in the hook seed route.
Now that we didn't need the hook to see what's down the hook route, you could simply jump down to the hook route.
That's true. It's sometimes I forget a lot of cool interactions with push pretty jump. Yeah, you can just, as long as you have I think you just have to land and just jump over.
That's correct.
But you just can't do that with the adamant cave, the trading, the rat tail. That you can't do. You actually still have the hovercraft.
And that'll be important if either runners find the pink tail, because the no adamant's flag is not set.
Oh, who doesn't like an adamant? Oh. Well, it's a shirt.
There's a 4-pack of elements taking a bath. Guess it's a group bath at the waterfall tonight.
Hey, it's a spa, and and the turtles love spas.
I'm more worried about letting Rubicon in that spa. I mean, it's gonna turn into a hot spring real quick.
Hey, it's the steam element. It's all about the steam.
Harumph accidentally leaving encounters on, finding one in the Adamant Cave, or in the Antlion Cave.
Yeah.
Also the Adamant Cave tonight.
Of course, it's suddenly the Adamant Cave. It's like, I think that was just a moment of, what just happened there? Oh, where do I find it? Yes. It happens. So yeah, the only thing I think we're gonna the other part of push B to jump, which is also cool, is that you actually push B and then it's literally a jump command, or like I think the jump command or something that indicates that you've selected jump, and then you could just, so pretty much anyone can actually jump. So
That's
you
correct.
don't, Kane essentially is optional in such a seed.
Right? Valvalis gating something? Nope, anyone can knock Valvalis out of the spin.
And it's funny what reactions they do when they actually try to jump. It's something that they exists in their sprite action set. So you can then it's different for each character. I think Dark Knight Cecil, you can see him doing the Dark Wave animation. I think Rosa does like the aim animation. It's really cool.
Porum's crying on the way down.
Hey, she learned how to jump and she's scared of heights. I mean, come on. Pelham's excited that he can jump. Some fun things to do with jump, especially in Tower of Zot. Like you can jump out essentially into the void, and then you kind of warp back down a level, which is a cool behavior. I'm not sure it was programmed in, but it's kind of nice. Like instead of using warp, you just jump your way down because that's super convenient.
It's not terribly useful in Zot most of the time, just because you're probably walking, or you're just taking the exit from beating the bosses. It's useful in Babel. You could do it there as well. Also in the Sealed Cave, if you don't have warp, you can jump out, but with warp glitch and a warp caster, so that's already taken care of.
I think the actual jump would be faster. We just say like warp, where you have to go through the menu, do the animation. I think an actual jump would be faster.
On most floors it is, but we have the warp glitch, so we can simply not do that.
Hey, those options are there. And I guess this is the time we actually see Maga Sisters go down in their vanilla spots.
Harumph showing us a monk in a purple robe and getting the jump to skip the cutscene to show it.
And the cutscene's a little overrated.
Now, we know that purple robe is Mylon, or Mylon and Friends.
Yeah, we saw the Mylon, I think it was at Fabul.
It was. Mylon's used at Fabul. So we know that purple robe is Mylon and Friends. Harumph does not have that information and will likely take the King Queen spot to get to it.
Yeah. It's a little interesting how the routing does change quite a bit when you have push B to jump available. So and this is just in this instance is try to get to the save point earlier. Harumph is interesting taking the edge in the middle spot, since a lot of the overworld bosses are slow. Edge being fast makes it easier on everyone else. This eventually will change, like swap it down to like Fu or someone else slower. At least eventually.
And I believe we're going to see take 2 on setting up the dupe glitch. That's much better.
Look, I'm used to the classic dupe glitch, but the super one, it's not that much different, but it's like one of those you gotta be. You just have to remember the position of what you're swapping from and to.
So the important part is if it's someone right-handed, 4214 is what you need to know.
Oh, looks like we have Nuke online, so Azure is going to be.
Or 4114 as Cap puts out. Basically, you want to go to the second empty spot in your inventory, go to the item you're trying to dupe, then select the item you're trying to dupe and go back to the spot in your inventory. I'm not sure how there's 0 weapons equipped. Oh, because I'm just going to accept Final Fantasy IV did weird things.
It did weird things. It's okay. Yeah, there it is.
Okay, that's what it was. Rumps just didn't equip enough times to trigger it.
Yeah, I mean, the game, when it comes to the game is well coded. That's as simple as that. It's well coded. That's why we have tons and tons of bugs.
So I guess holding 0 of an item is what you see if you stop the dupe glitch halfway through. Interesting.
I mean, it knows that the item is there. There are a couple. There's essentially 2 separate bits. One is what is the identification of the weapon, or at least the item that is in the slot. The other one is the number of items. So this is why the dupe glitch exists, is because you have to when you're doing the glitches, it doesn't decrement the correct things when it's supposed to, and vice versa.
We see an Octomam at King Queen spot.
Well, we're ready to just throw things and hope the squids can catch.
Well, it's got 8 arms. It's plenty of arms you can use to catch a sword.
Yeah. So just as a reminder, the Octomam fight is the first 3 hits, and then every 2 when it changes form. The final form is when it has only 1 arm left.
Or you simply kill it before it can lose any arms.
There's always that.
As Rumpf just did.
We have not really found any good edge items, have we?
Rumpf found longswords for sale in Eblin's shop, which is the best we're going to find in a shop.
Yeah, I mean, nice. Ideally, we like a ninja, but long is still pretty solid, and the damage algorithm favors just lots. Just anything that, even if however little damage it does, when edge gains more strength, the damage increases pretty quickly.
Right, so ninja swords are tier 5. Pro shops, gated shops are capped at tier 4. So longs are the best we can find available in a shop that's not Kokol's Forge.
Yeah, Forge is definitely where all the good stuff's at, and usually it doesn't disappoint all the time. And sometimes you just don't need it. That usually you have the power level to do that, but sometimes you get some decent equipment, and you can't say no to bad equipment.
We have diverging paths underground. Saradin just dropping the magnet key while Rumpf is clearing through the hook route.
Can never get used to Mylon doing more than triple digit damage. But there are spots where he does actually become scary.
Yeah, have say Sid or a Yang against Mylon at Ogopogo. Those lit ones will hit for 500.
Yeah. I mean, those are solvable as long as you have a diamond ring, or some diamond resistant.
Or literally any magic defense. The base spell power is only 16.
Yeah, it's like why does it shock so much?
That's why I named those 2, because they tend to be the ones to have 0 magic defense.
Yeah, they don't. Also, they don't evade anything. They just take it like a champ. It's incredible.
Harumph showing us that showing us the jump where you can just go straight to top of tower before launching the Falcon.
Uh, um, you can still actually that's kind of cool. I'm thinking about it. Like you can you if you have the magma key, you can route under without even if you didn't know that you could get over from the hook side of things.
Saradin finding the darkness crystal, so I believe most boss checks are available right now to our runners.
Yeah. I think the only ones that we need to that you still have to be concerned about is the sealed cave, or we'll probably do some dark. Here we found our Bahamut, and the tower key check. And I think one other. I'm just trying to remember. Like there are some things that are gated that you can't jump over it.
So Saradin went directly to the Fey March and found Bahamut at the Queen spot. Harumph is fighting a floating eyeball at top of tower.
I think we want to speed up Edge and maybe slow. No, I guess we're gonna do all the Star Veils.
They're free.
I mean, the King spot it's fair, but at the Queen spot, you're getting essentially Globe 199 levels of damage. That's not a good time.
Yeah, I'm usually not a fan of taking quad 9s.
Giving quad 9s is better. Isn't it they say that that's an old saying, like it's better to give than to receive?
In this case, it's better to give than receive blargs.
Yeah.
Says Xenocast pointing out, the only key items we need anymore are the package, Twin Harp, Luca Key, Tower Key, and, Legend Sword and Pink Tail are nice if they show up. I mean, that's a Excal stack and an adamant armor.
Yeah, so fun. So yeah, I keep forgetting we can't actually do we can't do Twin Heart without the actual Twin Heart because the script because you don't have the Twin Heart, it points to a different battle script where he just punches you into oblivion.
Yeah, Dark Elf yells "You fools" and makes you regret life. Speaking of the Legend Sword, it's at the top of tower.
Well, it's a good time to redeem for your Excal. It's always a good time to get some good, decent burr. Not top tier burr, but it's still one of the better burr.
It also lets Edge go burr by chucking them.
Yeah, they say it's a double-edged sword. All right.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. It's a good time to throw those out when it's when the other events going on.
So, with that Bahamut, or by defeating Bahamut, Saradin does get his third objective on the board, and he is down to just a water hag hunt.
I don't think we have alt going on, do we? Because water hag shares the same blue sprite with its gauntlet counterpart, and so there'll be a moment of indecision if there's a slight delay when the fight begins.
Harumph is in fact going to cash in the Excal and get Edge's best weapon.
And also get some hopefully have some good access to something cool at the shop. That's always the secondary thing that especially when everything is free, maybe you can just buy some decent cool stuff.
Or there can be an absolute pile of garbage for sale.
When you can buy as many light swords, except you can just dupe the Excal. Like, why are you messing with me, game? Why are you messing with me?
Well, this makes sense. Kakol can only forge light swords until getting the material to make a better holy sword.
Yeah, but you don't get that shop before the trade-in. That's the disappointment. It's like, but you're giving me something better. Why?
We just accept it. Final Fantasy logic.
Yeah, that's so.
Xenocat's saying that's just leftover holy material. We'll go with that.
It looks like we're gonna just spend one match dupe early. Oh no, maybe not. I think it's a good like.
No, I wouldn't dare. The encounters there are actually pretty dangerous.
It's I don't think they're that scary. I mean, maybe if you're doing the egg grind, maybe, but like not like with the normal encounter set, not like. But I don't think we have direct access to sirens in this seed. Now think about it.
No, we don't, because we do have access to sirens, I think.
We can't steal them because those are the because we're using the regular. We're not using the JM tables. We're using the standard vanilla tables.
That's what I was going to check. Yeah, no J drops, so we have no siren access.
We're probably. I mean, the thing is that if we have vanilla giant on as well, so if we're doing giant, we're committing to the grind and beating up the things that follow it. Although we can jump over.
Yeah, we can jump over both bosses, so we can just go in, do a grind, and hop over things.
So it's not so bad. I mean, jumping over specific tiles, which would trigger the event, like usually the boss fight. We could just jump over it. It's like I don't want to fight. Have a nice day. Because I think as part of that chain, when you can jump over it, I think there's actual exit, like that's probably designed because you fought it before and you came back, but you should be able to get out. So it's like a one-way trip out. So
right, the first time through, you have to complete the full thing, unless you just jump over the elements and CPU spots. And Harumph is going to take on Bahamut to get his objective number 4 on the board.
I think we missed the jump location just a moment ago, a little earlier.
This is a spot where after clearing top of the tower, since Saradin went up the tower, you can just jump back down and... Oh, Saradin hopped over the trigger at the end of the bridge to... Saradin jumped over the trigger at the end of the bridge that sends you out of the tower, walked far enough down, and sent him back a floor.
That's magic, as they say. Since you could technically jump into lava, but I guess the coding is to just send you back up because reasons. It's completely logical.
You can see something similar happen if you jump out of bounds at the bottom of Ordeals. It'll send you back a floor.
Yeah. You can see a moment of disappointment in Saradin just right there. It's like, what am I looking at?
Yeah, you were looking for stuff like Zeus gauntlets, power shirts, actual good equipment.
Oh well, I think we're T-Pro's limited. Is it still limiting it to tier 5 weapons at that point? It's like
S-Pro, Kokol can have tier 5 and 6 in the shop.
Okay, so it just rolled mostly tier 5 junk.
It rolled all tier 5.
Yeah. I think we're doing the dupe glitch, so I don't think it matters. We're just gonna take our time.
Yeah, Saradin taking a random encounter and finding out that here these aren't just rocks; they are rock larvas.
Yeah, rare monster to see. I think if you attack them normally, I think they use slow. If you use magic, they use psych or some combination thereof. It's been a while because we just don't fight these, so it's hard to remember. I know the.
Thank you, Realization, for that.
Let's see. So it should be time to do the moon dive, right? This is like, I mean, unless we really want to unless we want to do shield, do a quick check for Sheila 1. I mean, there's not that much left.
And there is still Dwarf Castle, but we know there's Ha 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 waiting in slot 2, which is good news for our runners. So if they see, you can just see the jumping sprite in slot 1 and know if you won't even bother with the whole castle.
I mean, I would probably, since we're doing a boss hunt, fading it is not the worst. But we
know it's Odin, so we know it's Odin in the Golbez, so Saradin will peek and then immediately leave.
Yeah. I mean, this is the best. I mean, this is a great time to just go do the moon dive. I mean, I think K Moon's on, so the things we want are, well, this is still a boss hunt, but there are bosses still locked behind, like package and tower key. So we're at the. I think the best thing to do is try to, even if we don't find the boss we want, we need to at least try to get a key item, those particular key items, just to make sure to have everything available to us.
To answer your question, Berserk now, G-Warp is on, but we are looking for exactly one boss. So it's better to just face check a bunch. There are 6 boss spots on the moon, plus the 2 on the giant. So there are 8 readily available boss spots to check.
Yeah, we're doing like boss density is.
That's true, Xenocat. That's true, Xenocat. Harumph is looking for 2. Harumph has faded Fabul, which is not the play this seed.
Yeah, I think, and the reason to fade Fabul is only because you don't have the pan available and you want to do everything in one go. So it could pay off if we find the pan on the moon, and then it doesn't become a detriment. Right now, Saren is technically ahead, but time is saved when you defer to putting off things. It's not right now. It's not a punishment quite yet, but we don't know where things are, so we can't say for sure.
It looks like both our runners are going to be heading to the moon soon.
I know we're using a cabin, but wouldn't it just the big well has its own beds?
Those beds are all hard.
Well, yeah, there's so many beds though. I mean, we have a moon ship. We can fly to the moon. Surely, sleeping on flying machines is not uncomfortable.
While our runners are both going through cutscenes, one to the moon, one to the giant, I'll just shout out Harumph and Saradin, our runners, putting on a show for us tonight. Our restreamer Scala Kitty, who is a big fan of Vanilla tonight, it seems. Our tracker Xenocat pushing all the buttons, and my co-commentator Deathlike. Make sure to give them all follows.
I'm here again. I'm here for the race. So I should be watching I could be watching something else, but that's following this race. But this is more fun. I assume we're just gonna do a peak. Is that we're not gonna grind here. I just assume we're just gonna peak, right?
I'm guessing Harumph is just gonna check the 2 bosses. So you could save, check the element spot.
Yeah, you should probably just put a save in the giant. You don't want to overwrite an existing save.
Make a second save. Although even if you do, you could just jump over both spots and leave.
Yeah, but we're doing a boss hunt, so we have to at least see what's there. So
correct. So I assume Harumph's going to drop a save here, peek the element spot. Saradin turning encounters on and is going to do a behemoth grind.
Yeah, behemoth grinds are kind of safe, especially because all it cares about is punching it. And have to do that.
Oh yeah, that could be bad if that's required. That is a no free bosses Dark Knight Cecil at 65,000 HP.
Harumph did it right. Oh no,
Harumph shot the square early. You want to jump right before the vent. The vent is the trigger tile.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what just happened there? Considering that, the exhale hit. I mean, if someone falls over, they keel over. I'm not concerned. I wouldn't be concerned about it. Like, you just do like around 3 exhale darts, and you're pretty much done.
That is a rude giant. Dark Knight Cecil into Evil Wall.
Well, hey, we don't care about the characters there because not worth the time. I mean, we have all the characters we need at this point. It's like, who would you get that would be better at this point?
At this point, Rydia for perfect anchoring. That's about it. But Harump's got Edward serving as his anchor.
Well, I think ultimately, Fu is probably not the best unless we can get the agility manip, like maybe a crystal ring and a ninja hat. We might think. I mean, we might have to think about what that anchor will be, and I think Kane might be the best sacrifice the trade for this point, given
both our runners seeing lunar sparkles at Cape Bahamut and deciding they want nothing to do with it.
It's okay. Well, we haven't seen Ogo, right? We've seen Wyvern. We've seen Plague.
Right. We have not seen Pale Dim, Ogopogo, or D-Lunars yet, I believe.
Yeah, it's not too bad. The list isn't too shabby. I'm not.
And our tracker Xenocat pointing out that K-Summon's off, so there was no reason to take that fight.
Yeah.
It's not the best XP, especially without 10 key items.
It's a boss hunt, so we're just peeking to see what's there. And no, old man.
If you're in need of an anchor, this might be Saradin might be tempted here for an anchor.
Probably just replace the cane. Well, we don't need a cane. Oh, well.
Harump's Edward got levels, so Harump's gonna tell her to use as an anchor.
Yeah. A late moon sage is a good time for an anchor. I mean, this.
Yeah, he starts with 8 agility.
It's a magical number.
So you only need 21 to get to RA1.
Yeah, was it 2.5 times the anchor's agility? It's
2.5 times plus 1.
Oh, we have to add 1. Okay. There's like a formula for all these magical agility hackery of sorts. It's kind of its own black magic. There's only a few rules you have to remember, but it's not.
Saradin's showing us a bunch of the jumps to quickly get down the lunar subterranean, while Harump is starting from the top.
Yeah, top down isn't a bad choice. I mean, if you get it early, it's great. If it does, let's see, this pays off. It pays off.
Top down's the answer.
But
unfortunately, Harump hasn't done Fabul and does not have the Mylon Z kill.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But if this is a pan, then this will put Harump in go mode. Right now, it's just not. It just depends on what that item is. If it's pan, then Harump is going to be in the right direction.
The best case scenario for Harump is this is the pan. We know it's not the Tower Key or Pinktail. Those two are in the ribbon room. Saradin showing us you could just jump the boss trigger and then, or before taking the fight, or get the 2 items behind it.
Dark Elf in this room is not really threatening, so yeah.
Especially after having infused 50,000 XP into the characters first.
Cannot say no to XP.
With Saradin's Tower Key and Pinktail, that should be 10 key items, so this Dark Elf will be worth a good chunk of XP.
Yeah, I mean, it's good when the actual key items in the ribbon chests.
And that's why it's important you can jump over the boss trigger spot to grab the key items, which can only be done in the ribbon room on the moon.
Oh wait, this is some split XP because of the Dark Elf change, though.
Is it?
There should it's distributed. I think it's redistributed.
I'm not sure this one is.
Is it? We'll find out.
It is? Okay, our tracker's saying it is. Well, it'll be 200,000 if it's not.
Yeah.
Harump through the water hag, going to light up objective 1.
Yeah.
And hopefully for Harump's sake, this is the pan.
Well,
if it's not the pan, you're not going to complain about that.
It's the bird the bird you desire. Yeah. So Harump is probably gonna make a longer trek down. We'll see. We'll see where that decision goes. Hey, it's French Vanilla. Hey, his brother was in the other room. I mean, Dark Elf, Pale Dim.
Wait, are we in? Oh, it paled it. Never mind. As you kept pointing out, only 171,000 XP there, so you get 85% of the spot.
Yeah, there is some when there are bosses where there's some XP math that's going on just to change the XP. So
bosses with multiple forms split the experience is basically what you need to know.
Yeah, it's most of that's lost on like the Dr. Luge spots, like Dr.
Luge or Mom Bomb.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Mom Bomb. Oh. Which is worse?
Elements is also pretty bad with it.
Oh, I don't think I mean, the XP is not your concern. It's what it is. It's the HP split.
I mean, 171,000 XP for Ruin was still a large chunk and enough to get through the rest of the seed, most likely. Especially with a Crystal Sword guaranteed available and an Adamant Armor available through the Pink Tail.
Yeah, but we have. Yeah, I don't think that Pink Tail's gonna get redeemed though at this point. Oh,
that is true because Saradin will have the crystal will walk straight down.
I don't think Saradin healed up for that fight. That didn't.
That is two. Ogopogo spotted a lot of attack, and that is two attackers coming in at once with no free bosses. So they're gonna hurt.
Yeah, and I don't think we have any destroying equipment available.
I don't believe so. I do believe Saradin, as Xenocat's pointing out, since it's from Top of Moon, Saradin will most likely exit out and use a pass anyway because it's faster than walking the entire LST. And while you're down there, turn into Pigtail.
This is a free spot. King, Queen, Evelyn. They just casting some magic. Oh wait, it's not a free spot, but we have to chew through it. But it's harmless. They're harmless.
It's a little slow, but still very free. These spells are not going to do any sort of threatening damage.
Even the spell power at the spot is not. It's kind of nothing.
Harump looking for. Oh, Harump going through the Dark Elf fight right now, going for the XP, and keeping the tower key because it's a boss check. Yes, as Xenocat pointing out, King, Queen, Evelyn don't use the spot spell power; they use their script spell power, so they are free anywhere.
Oh, they have script spell power.
They do. They're always one roll.
This is what when Dr. Louis did his experiments. Why did they have no magic power? Edge has lots of wisdom and that powers his spells. Why do they have no spell power? What is this?
Perhaps they're resisting whatever Dr. Louis did to them and they're holding back.
They gave him the worst spells, worst spell power. This is who thought of this? Who? All right. So
Saradin going to take on the Mura Ultra, about to find the good news.
Certainly. It's kind of unfortunate unless one of them give a pen, and we still have enough. We still haven't found it yet. This Harump is going to be chasing quite a bit.
That he is.
I mean, this is because literally Fabul is his last location because of not having the key item.
And I agree with what Harump is doing here. At this point, Harump has said, I have fated Fabul. If go mode is there, I'm accepting it. So what Harump is doing is seeing his plays through.
Yeah. So you got to commit to the bit. I'm wondering if Edge is going to survive this. not looking too great. Yes.
Tallgrant, Harumph did not do Twin Harp. Harumph just raided the place and left.
Yeah. The crystal is not bound by the laws of physics.
It's bound by the laws of physics. Just Dark Elf didn't reach up and grab the people jumping over it.
Wonder if there's gonna be some sort of anti-jump technique. That's what I want to know. Are we just free to jump over everything? It's a la Mystic Quest, where everything came from somehow. But that actually Mystic Quest came later though.
I like that Skull Kitty. Gravity's anti-jump technology. And my old nemesis.
Isn't everyone's nemesis gravity?
Skull Kitty is... Skull Kitty raised good points there. Saradin has the crystal in hand. And a second crystal in hand. One in inventory, one going to be in a paladin's hand.
Well, it's good. It's that almost that time for Saradin.
Saradin, we're going to see Saradin turn into Pigtail soon.
We're not going to get anything. I don't think there's anything in the shop that we need before the Z fight, right? I think we're pretty much set. We're going to do the pass route because that's preferable.
Right. If you're going from top of moon, rather than walk the entire LST, you just take the whale, go back.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it even the walk with push speed to jump is still time.
You save some time, but not enough. And there's yours turning to Pinktail to make the Z fight comfier.
We didn't do any sort of grind. Pretty much the moon is the grind.
I don't know. I would consider taking the Ribbon Room, the Crystal Sword Altar, and the Mura Altar all under 10 key items to be a pretty dang good grind.
Yeah. So we'll see who gets the adamant. Probably might be Cecil. Though my preference would be like Rosa, because you do want us, because we're gonna use I'm expecting food to do some nuke, and we want Rosa to stick around long enough to cure for everyone.
I prefer just putting on the best DPS and giving them some protection and more damage.
Oh, it's a very definitely a good option, of course.
Saradin doing the same thing. Harumph is going to check the tower key first, committing to the Fabul Fade. Again, you make that kind of play, you want to stick to it. You've decided if I faded the play, I'm losing to it, so be it.
So I think we're using Kain as the anchor. Is what I just saw. I
think it's just we have power overwhelming. We're just going to zerk the thing down.
Probably. Well, yeah. We wouldn't.
But I see some flags showing up in chat. I believe it's about that time.
Is it time to sleep? It is kind of... 8 o'clock is Eastern. 8 o'clock Eastern is kind of early. I guess it's time to...
Yeah, you can't put me to bed this early, chat.
But there's this big game going on, too.
There is. There's a huge game going on, and Saradin's about to show us the final act to it.
Yeah. As everyone knows, Z is pretty much the last fight because you can't just put him just anywhere. And one of the fun things he loves to cosplay. So the question everyone is asking is, whose butt are we going to kick tonight?
Does it even have a butt?
Is butt cute?
How many butts does it have? How is butt? I would like to know that.
Yeah.
How are you doing tonight?
Questions will have answers. We'll see who Zerums is cosplaying as tonight, because we have so many sprites.
Unlike Wednesday night, Vanilla Z is not on.
That was hey, it was a vanilla moment.
I swear I've just seen this in a seed recently.
Trying to remember which game this is
from East. I only know that because it literally just showed up in the seed 2 days ago.
Was it the Friday?
Not Friday. It was a different race. Actually, it might have been. I've just seen it. It's the only reason I know that.
It looks like Harumph is going on the correct path, having found.
Harumph found the pan. That's going to push him in the correct direction. Fortunately, Super Cannon Room gave Harumph the direction he's going to need.
Yeah.
And we see on Saradin's side, we got Zerks rolling out. We have an Angry Crystal Sword Cecil swinging for 6k.
Hey, let the burr flow. So, nerfing Big Bangs. The first Big Bang is the easiest Big Bang to nerf. You just need to do any sort of magical damage, or not even magical damage, just magic on Z. And instead of having a 8 or 9 multiplier for spell damage.
The first one is 9.
Yeah. So when you do the nerf, it reduces his spell power to 4, which is literally half the damage being dealt to you.
I don't know if we see second Big Bang with damage come out on Saradin's side. And Harumph seeing the Mile and Z and realizing what happened.
Yeah. Moment happens where you know you're behind immediately because you faded.
Yeah. So we do have 6 people running this race tonight, and there are 0 finishers so far.
It's possible Saradin is going to be the first finisher if this goes well.
Harumph has his crystal in hand. Fortunately, we'll also get the hook to turn into the pink tail if desired. The hook coming from Fabul.
Oh right, I almost forgot that's the combo. You needed both anyways. Turn the pink tail. But
so if Harumph so chooses, he can turn in, get his animate armor, or he could just go straight to Zeromus.
Well, if you feel you're behind, then you're not going to do the trade. So we'll see. We'll see if you need the extra comfort of an animate.
And that is a crack bang on Saradin's side, and he is our first place finisher tonight with a time of 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 8 seconds. GG's to Saradin.
GG's to Saradin. That was quite a jet seed. We have push me to jump to make things feel like a jet seed.
Yeah, push me to jump speeds up a lot of things.
Yeah, you don't have, because you're not actually physically blocked. You could just jump over anything and everything that you don't need to face, which is a major time saver.
And we'll see if Saradin wants to join us.
I mean, best part about push me to jump is not actually needing the hook to do things.
You can skip a lot of key items with that. And we are joined by Saradin, our first place finisher tonight. GG, Saradin.
Thanks.
So the first question, push me to jump with boss hunts. How does that influence any of your routing?
It really takes away a lot of the advantages that push me to jump has, because you have to check. We had 3 boss hunts, so we're trying to track down a bunch of stuff anyway. I did skip a few things that I knew I would possibly need to come back to, like for the complete Cave Magnus. Obviously didn't have the Twin Harp there, so might have had to come back for that, but other than that, didn't really change my routing a ton.
So we did see early on you were taking a bunch of bosses anyway. I assume that was just for Fusoya.
Mainly, yeah. That and like the objectives were boss hunts, so we're gonna kill everything in ordeals instead of skipping it. We're going to go back and get that demist that I passed up on early. Yeah, a few extra bosses that I took just to get food powered up and to check for those boss spots.
Was there any thought to keeping Yang, or just like that just didn't fit with your party?
So after I wiped on Wyvern and Antlion, it was like, yeah, he would have been fine, but there wasn't really any need to go back and pick him up with so many other free characters sitting around. And then when Fu and Edge turned up in the city, it's like, okay, that's fine. This is my party. We're going with this.
I mean, when I saw you take the trip up to Mount Ordeals, here's your Cecil. It's like, this is perfect, right?
Yeah, this is like the most convenient place to find him.
I mean, I didn't think, was there anything in the seed that maybe made you think a little bit?
It was real straightforward. Some of the stuff was a little awkward, like we have the dupe glitch on, but shops are free anyway, and it's pro shops. But it did end up being useful for duping those X-Cals for Edge to dart. But yeah, other than that, it was pretty straightforward. Just get a little bit of experience off that behemoth while checking who is in Cave Bahamut, and then just hit up the bosses to see where Water Hag is.
Yeah, I think the seed kind of reminds me kind of like a supermarket sweep to some lesser degree, but also like this. But you had pushed me to jump to boot, so that.
Yeah, it's how fast can you do your checks.
We saw you were the fastest at doing them tonight.
Worked out.
Is there anything in the seed that you like to mention that was kind of cool, or?
Honestly, there weren't a ton of decisions to be made. I skipped Wharf Castle intentionally because I knew Galvez was at spot 2, as opposed to making like the full sweep of the underground while I was down there. But other than that, like I said, fairly straightforward.
I don't want to understand. Was it you that poked your nose in to see what was at Dwarf 1?
I did, and it was an Odin, just in case it was Water Hag at the first spot.
Yeah. Agreed. I just didn't remember if it was you or Rumpf that did it.
I took a look, yeah.
It's still worth peeking. I mean, you don't.
Oh, absolutely. Like, if all you're looking for is one boss, you really need to check all your spots. I did forget to check Baron Basement. Just in case it was down there. It kept coming back in my mind. It's like, if the moon didn't have it at the Mirasom altar, that was going to be my next check.
I mean, you've peaked. Well, you did top down, right, on Lunar Subterranean. So that was.
Saren did. Saren did it bottom up.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh well.
I went down to the ribbon room first to grab the 2 chests there to hope to get to tanky items and kill the boss for a bunch of XP. So we did that, and then Mirasom was last.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out. I mean, you got your grind after getting the key items. I mean, this is the best place to grind after all.
Yeah. Dark Elf was pretty free at that spot with all the power we had at that point, so it's a free 200,000 experience.
So how about all that vanilla in this seed?
There was a bunch of it. Magus Sisters were vanilla, Galvez was vanilla, even if I didn't find him.
Yeah, the entirety of Hobbs was vanilla.
Oh, yeah.
While we're watching this, we see Harumph take an unfortunate wipe on Zeromus on the Meteo phase.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, and just that was fun. That was pain. Don't think I have any other questions. Do you have any, Dave?
I think that's what I wanted to.
All right. Well,
so do you have any final thoughts, Saradin?
No, just thanks to the Restream team and the commentators for putting on the show. It's always fun.
And thank you for agreeing to be restreamed. We can't do this without you.
Fair enough.
I mean, we could just talk about random stuff for an hour, but I'm fairly certain we chase the entire crowd away.
Well, GG's again, Saradin.
Thanks.
Like I was saying, we saw Harump just take a unfortunate wipe, got combo plattered at the end of that fight.
Yeah, when it's Big Bang into Meteor phase, you're just hoping that you evade. You hope one person evades rocks.
And I don't recall. I was too busy with the interview. Did Harump get the? I think I saw Harump get the adamant armor.
I don't remember who got the armor though. Doesn't. Either way, that was unfortunate. That was kind of unfortunate.
Two characters who are generally good at dodging a single roll Meteor both decided they didn't feel like it tonight.
Well, usually one of the better ones is Fu, but both of them are usually pretty solid at it. But again, it just takes one. It only takes one successful roll to, because as the spell power, I think is just literally just one. So
yeah,
you just have to avoid one.
Meteors have one roll, so it's going to do 800, 1200 damage minus your magic defense, or it's going to miss.
Yeah, so
actually, I apologize. 800 to 1056 damage minus your magic defense. 1055 damage.
Yeah, it's the randomizer is kind of capped. Usually, it's half, 50% of it, which is the randomizer. But if you go over 255, it's capped at 255. So Meteor is the only one that usually gets capped, but also elemental damage if you take like a level 3 elemental, which has so to remember a level 1, the elementals, it's 16 for level 1, 64 is level 2, 256 is level 3, so they're multiples of 4, which is easy to remember.
Right. The only attacks that the 255 cap really matters on are stuff like Kenatsu's Wave, Meteor. I think that's it.
Yeah, it's usually elementals in Meteor. The elementals in the sense that you are exposing an elemental weakness. So
that's true.
Like Bahamut does not hit it at all.
And Harump getting a fantastic target for the first counter nuke this time, hitting the anchor.
Although the anchor did get some levels, I don't think it's influencing that much, but it's because it's a stock the stock level 20 Tella is ideal. When he gains levels, he does actually gain agility, which
he takes a little while to take off with agility, so that Tella might have 10 or 11.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad, but this is one of those you just try to make sure that you don't get to that point. So, but yeah.
Actually, I might have been mistaken. I think that was a nerfed Big Bang in the Meteor that got Harump. An unnerfed Big Bang would have dropped the Rosa.
Yeah, when you have a 8 or 9 multiplier, you need to have on usually about 2400 or 2700. I think. Well, for 9 it's a 2700. For 8 it's a 2400.
That's to guarantee survival, assuming you have 0 magic defense, and the game decides I want to hit you with everything I've got.
Yeah, we're just assuming worst case scenario, and usually you can avoid one, but it usually has. But I don't think outside of the adamant armor, I don't think we've gotten very much decent armor as a whole.
I haven't seen much. So what we're seeing here is the difference between having one Zerker going and having 2 Zerkers going. Saradin with the extra Zerker was pushing out significantly more damage.
Yeah, it's a different strat. So while Saradin had Berserkers, Harump is doing more hybrid, and the DPS, there's a major DPS difference, as you can see. Because Tella's on the floor, he's doing nothing, and it's helping. He's helping, but having an extra Kane doing reasonably decent amount of damage speeds it up quicker. And that
Big Bang was not nerfed.
Yeah. I think doing 1200 HP strats might be not strictly that, but something to that degree might help. I'm not. We'll see if we'll try some. Harump will try something different. like they're not quite at the levels, safety levels, especially with the armor they have. It's not as easy as you think. You can do a lot of Z fights, and it's obvious. It's usually easier when you have a lot more HP levels, equipment, and we're kind of, and he's doing it with like semi-okay equipment, semi-okay.
Now, what I like doing with a fight like this, assuming everyone's already won, is to have whoever's going to be triggering the nerf in slot 1, the Zerker in 2, and a healer in 3 to heal up the counter nuke if possible.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
2, 3, and 4. I apologize. The anchors in 1.
yeah. If the front, fortunately in Zeromus, front row, back row doesn't matter. It's the position, the order in which your characters and positioning does help trying to get things in order sometimes. So that's the kind of the good thing about Z fight. It's all magic based on the Z side, so you don't have to worry about being punched.
Oh, I see how Rumpf is doing this. Okay. This will work because the Berserk and the Crystal get queued at the same time, so Zromus doesn't get the shake and take the Berserk off.
Yeah, so when in the invincibility phase, the shake does a secondary thing. Not the shake itself, but it's changed with a version of like essentially black hole, which would remove the Berserk status. So yeah, this works fine because when Z shakes in this form, it's not a black hole removal type of deal.
Right, in this form, a shake is simply a warning that something bad is coming.
And usually when the character change form, kind of like when you do the Golbus fight, their invincibility, their Zeromus has to essentially take a turn to remove the invincibility. So this is why Cecil kind of was flailing, even though Z had changed, but the invincibility flag had not been removed yet.
That's correct. It gets taken off on the first turn after the change, which is why you need to be careful throwing if you want to throw a Silk Web to nerf, if you dart a spoon too early.
Yeah, it's safer to do something like cast beneficial magic like Berserk or a wall or whatever. Do something defensive.
So we see the spell coming out. That's not where you want the counter nuke to go.
Oh,
but
you see live.
Not for long.
To be alive, you just need to make sure the damage is still more than one. Well, one left.
Yeah. As long as the damage you take is less than your HP, you survive the hit. And off stream, we see Tybalt finishing in second place, with time of 1 hour 18 minutes 54 seconds, and Pyre in third, with time of 1 hour 21 minutes and 57 seconds. GG's to both of them.
Yeah, GG's to them. We're about that time where this race is about to finish up. It's not. I mean, this was going to be a jet seed anyways. It's how you attempt Zeromus.
Yeah, push me to jump turn seats into jet seats, even if they weren't supposed to be.
I forget this also turns into Foo and Friends when you do have a Foo. Like just 1200? No, it's Foo and Friends. That's the same thing.
And our researcher, Skull Kitty, wisely pointing out that everything is a jet when you can ignore gravity.
Only we could fight gravity like this.
Gravity always wins.
Until we're on a moon, until we're like broadcasting this game on the moon. That's when the game really changes.
We're not supposed to let people know about our secret moon base.
The Antlions found it first. What are you talking about?
Well, that's why we don't have a secret moon base yet. It's infested with Antlion.
Well, with less Sandruby though. With less Sandruby. I think we need to do a direct nuke now. Oh, we're still gonna do that. Okay. Well, this is. I almost think that just like we need like Rosa to take a turn to cast slow just to literally. Oh no, we're already in
We're
medio
fine.
phase.
We are in medio phase. Cecil's gonna get 2 swings here before the next set of rocks. And Edge just straight up said no to it.
Hey, that's what ninja robes are for. I mean, I'm team ninja robe. So.
Ninja robes are very good with their agility, and that is a crack bang, and Zeroma's de facto miss is down on Harump's side.
Yep, GG's to Harump for avoiding to. I mean, just not even getting to the second Big Bang. Just go straight into rock phase.
And GG's to Harump pushing through a low-level Z fight. Very well done.
Yeah, these are it's kind of tricky sometimes.
And we were joined by Harump. GG's Harump. That was, or especially pushing through that Z fight at those levels.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, if I either don't nerf or I dodge, that's just the difference between a okay time here and a decent time. So yeah.
And that's one of the risks with taking a low-level fight. Just if RNG decides you're not winning this fight at those levels, you're just not winning the fight.
Yeah. Like it's at those levels here. It's something I have some experience with here, but it's always gonna be a little touch and go here. But I figure here, like without I guess I could have taken a grind fight here, but the efficient out would be the only really whether that be you pretty much have to go to the moon here, and I didn't feel like making another trip going back, so
That's very fair. So, because of your faction allegiance, I gotta ask, what were you thinking about being able to loot the Twin Harp Cave while not having to do Twin Harp?
It's not a harp check if you don't have a harp, so.
So I assume you were overjoyed that you didn't actually have to do it.
Correct.
How was fading for Bull for quite a bit? Assume you're waiting for the pan, right?
Not even so much waiting for the pan here. I just kind of forced myself to committing to it here because I didn't set up Sheila 1 when it was underground. Had I done that here, I probably would have done done that for Bull here before going to the moon here. But once I went up underground with the Darkness Sword, I'm just going to face check everything here, get enough levels on the moon, hopefully. Turns out if I had set up Sheila 1 here, I probably would have been done Fubu earlier here. Probably would have done it in better shape here. Party may have been in a little bit. Would have had a few more grind options later on here, where I was relatively late in getting 10 key items here, so at that point, once could have had Water Hag done as the 4th check here, and then just taken 1 or 2 more walk my way down here to Z here for the grind.
And that makes perfect sense. You did top down, so you found the Water Hag immediately.
Yeah, and then it was of course no free bosses here was gonna be a slog, but doable here. With a bunch of exhales being thrown in Water Hag's general direction. There wasn't too many bosses I'd be afraid of here. The guards here, what it was probably the ones where I really didn't want to see, so I figured, alright, I'm just going to fade that here. I'm really just in face check mode, because at that point here, I don't think there are too many potentially gating key items left here for boss checks. Package and Luca key, I think, were the 2 that were left. So, and Twin Harp, I guess. But if it came to that here, that would have been the last check ever, so.
I completely understand.
I was overall here. yeah, no. Randall will Randall itself here. Overall here, even with this last machine, I'm not terribly upset about it. Just a unfortunate here in the first attempt, that's all.
No, it's good to get practicing on those kind of fights in a lesser stakes environment.
Yeah, that's, just finding new tricks to put into the to put into your back pocket.
Oh, like I said, good to see you found your way through it.
Yeah, I wasn't going to take more than 3 attempts here. Just those and bashing my head against it here, because I know how to do it the other way. Might as well try to do it the hard way here. At least I got it done in fewer attempts here than Hook 2, which is my worst one, but but the less said about that, the better.
I was not around for that, so I'll take your word for it.
I think I took about 5 attempts, and I was on restream then as well. At least 5. Yeah, I got through it eventually, but yeah. Similar situation, maybe with slightly higher levels than what I had right now, but again, the less said about that, the better.
That was fine. It's just it's a tough fight, given what you had. So it's like you don't have the best armor. You have what you have. I mean, you just have the burr, but just had to quickly finish him. I mean,
I suppose I could have picked up the adamant armor, but I was like, I don't want to get the hovercraft.
Okay, I thought you had it. That would have probably made the difference.
No, I had a power shirt on Cecil. It was very good enough.
I meant for the evade chance.
Yeah, you might have survived the early rocks just with the Cecil and Rosa. That was
true. True here, but yeah, again, like that one here, that was just a because I don't like doing math either here. If I knew I was closer here to the tipping point here, I don't even need to even try to do the nerf here, and I get through that here because everyone would still be standing up here for the first medium. So it is what it is.
Do you have anything, Dave?
Nope. I'm
good.
I have everything. That's everything I wanted. You have anything else you want to add about the Cedar Rump?
No, just shout outs here to our commentary team, Def Like and Dave. Cena Cat with the tracking, Skull Kitty here with a fun seed as always. And like even though today is Superb Owl Sunday, tomorrow here is another special day. It's the eve before the first discount chocolate day of the year, and I hope everyone enjoys that if you're a chocolate fan.
I believe tomorrow could also be described as Singles Awareness Day.
I prefer first discount chocolate eve number 1, but to each their own.
Discount usually is on the day. It's usually the day after.
That's why Rump said eve.
Eve.
Oh, the eve. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you get your sleep here, then you head out early in the morning here. You get some half price or less. Hopefully decent chocolates here because there's a lot of chocolate out there. So choose wisely.
Very much so. I completely agree.
All right, have a great night.
GG's again, Harumph.
And as we're closing up here, I'd like to give one more shout out to our restreamed runners tonight, Harumph and Saradin. They put on a fantastic show for us all. Our restreamer Skull Kitty, our tracker Xenocat, and Death Like my co-commentator. And be sure to tune in tomorrow night for our community restream race, which is going to be all about mages, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. But for now, we are going to keep the free enterprise going. We're going to go see Leggy Starstream, who is doing some Adamant Cup practice. Adamant Cup being our upcoming tournament starting in a month or so.
yeah, that's gonna look to be a lot of fun. And yeah, hope to see you all next seed.